Hey, my name is Anna. I live in Montreal, Canada, and there is a common misconception that Canada, and specifically Montreal, is boring when you have people visiting you. Well, in this video, I'm gonna prove you otherwise. So over the next 5 days, I will be taking you along as my mom and my in-laws are visiting us in Montreal to prove that the city has a lot more to offer than it might seem in the first glance. We planned a 5-day itinerary that combines everything: history, nature, food, and culture, and honestly, I feel like it turned out even better than we expected. So stay with me till the end of the video so that you can let me know in the comments if you agree. But before we start, I think I should make an intro to my gang. My husband Dmitry, my father-in-law Pavel, my mother-in-law Irina, my mom Olga, and me. We started the week at one of Montreal's most iconic landmarks, St. Joseph Oratory. It is located high up on Mount Royal, overlooking the city so that you actually can spot its green dome from almost anywhere in the city. St. Joseph Oratory is not just a church, it's truly an experience. The moment you walk up the steps, the noise of the city really fades away and the atmosphere feels very grounding even if you're not religious. Once you conquer the steps, obviously the chapel itself is very impressive inside and it's almost always open to public, but the views that open up from that level are just breathtaking, making you feel like you have an entire city under your feet. And even though we've been here so many times before, today was the first day we discovered a hidden garden on the left side of the oratory that leads you through the story of Jesus surrounded by beautiful trees and greenery. And at the end of the garden, you are met with a stunning reflective pool that feels like a secret oasis in the middle of Montreal. Just a few steps away from the Oratory, you will find a daily shop called Atlantic Boucherie, which is a family-run German and Austrian shop that offers unique cheeses, deli meats, in-house prepped foods, and condiments. Just in case if you're staying in Airbnb and you need an easy, good quality grab, this is exactly where to go. Now we want to try famous desserts. I've never tried desserts there, but I guess today is the day. Let's check it out. Montreal cafe scene is heavily influenced by French culture that holds pastry shops at quite high standards, so bakeries and dessert shops are commonly great here. However, Duc de Lorraine is definitely considered to be a level up culinary experience and really worth trying. Once we got home, we had to do a taste test. We got mango and raspberry desserts, and frankly, I expected them to be way too sweet, but it was the complete opposite. It was very balanced and natural flavor. Our parents had never tasted French pastries like this before, so I was really glad we made this quick stop. You know, just seeing their reactions, that mix of curiosity and surprise was one of those really small but memorable moments of the day. Food has always been a big part of entertainment in our family. My mom is from Russia and my husband's parents are from Ukraine, so they simply don't have access to the huge variety of ingredients and dishes that we have here in Canada. So when planning the trip, we didn't only think about the attractions to visit, but we also planned where and what to eat, making sure that every meal was going to be delicious, unique, and something that they cannot easily have back home. So naturally, for our first dinner, we grilled some New York steaks with side staples like grilled zucchinis, asparagus, and obviously the bubbles to celebrate the long-awaited reunion. Back in our countries, steak meat is expensive and not as widely sold in supermarkets, so it was the most highly asked meal by our parents. The next morning, we quickly stopped by the famous Saint-Viateur bagels to grab 2 dozens to go and hit the road. We are headed to Au Pied de Cochon apple farm, where also local maple syrup is produced. This farm actually belongs to Martin Picard, one of Quebec's most famous chefs, who also owns a restaurant in the city with the same name. This apple farm is like a mix between a work-in orchard and a gourmet restaurant. You have an option to pre-order a basket with snacks to take with you on a picnic, or you can order dishes a la carte. You can also show up with your own snacks, which we did. There is no entry fee, but we purchased a bottle of their raspberry cider to try, and then we unpacked our lox spread that we brought with us. And I'm gonna tell you, not only the fresh bagels and lox taste better when eaten outside, but it's also a very cost-efficient way to feed and entertain 5 adults. As much as we wanted to give our family the best experience in the city, we also wanted to be smart about how we plan everything financially, so we had to come up with unusual ways how to combine a cool activity and budget-friendly meals. Once we finished eating and chillaxing under the tent, we wandered around the apple trees, took photos, and simply enjoyed the atmosphere. The air smelled like apples and leaves, making it the most perfect fall day.
Amazing.
Yeah?
Wow. Ah! Sour. Sour but sweet. Really good.
On our way back to the city, we stopped at a few local markets to check out the fresh produce and countless shapes and forms of a pumpkin.
Papa. Okay, one. If you take the bus.
Ручкой помашите все. For dinner that night, we have planned charred cauliflower, grilled octopus, and citrus-based tilapia over mashed potatoes. Most of it is pretty simple, but if you're wondering how to make a perfectly tender octopus at home, you can watch my dinner party video that showcases the full recipe. Since it is fall, the most beautiful season, we couldn't skip a trip to the mountains. I feel like spending time in nature and appreciating its beauty is such an important part of Quebec's culture, and it's something we are happily embracing and really valuing having access to now.
Mont-Tremblant is on the menu today. The weather is perfect. It's probably the best day of the year to do this trip. So she guessed it perfectly.
We're gonna go see a lake and then we're gonna go for a hike. So
Yes.
it's a pretty packed schedule for today.
We already saw 1 deer and I want to see at least 2 more. Maybe a bear.
I'm gonna keep you posted. Bye!
This was actually our first time visiting Mont-Tremblant, so instead of spending too much time in the village, we just walked around for about 15 minutes and then headed straight to the national park. Before starting the trail, we obviously needed a quick snack to make sure we don't pass out due to starvation, and then we finally stepped onto the trail.
Okay, I hope you're gonna hear me. We ended up at Mont-Tremblant National Park. To say that it's beautiful is literally to say nothing. There is an admission fee. It's around $10 per person. We paid 50 and something cents. And now we're taking the trail up the hill to take a look at the Lake Monroe from the up top. The hike so far, we've been hiking for like around 25 minutes. It hasn't been bad at all. It's very gradual and not too steep. We're doing good. Let's see when we get there and what view is waiting for us. It's pretty exciting. Fall is phenomenal. I have no words to even describe, and there's no way I can show the beauty of it through the camera because it's just unreal. Just have to come and visit.
We also didn't really know how difficult the trail would be or if our parents would be able to make it to the very top, so we took our time, stopping to rest, walking slowly and just enjoying the surroundings. And when we finally reached the summit, we were so proud of them. For our parents, this kind of physical activity is something quite new. They haven't done long hikes like this in years, so it felt like a real accomplishment for them and a very proud moment for us. Honestly, the view at the top made every step worth it. Also from the top we noticed a small beach down by the water and we decided to hike down there to rest and have lunch. When we finally reached the lake, it felt amazing to take off the shoes, dip our feet in cold water and just sit by the shore. We ate some sandwiches and apple pie, relaxed for a bit, and took in the silence before heading back into the city. It was one of the moments where everything just feels still, you know, peaceful and perfect, and you also can't believe that you are here with your family, with your parents. These moments are so rare in our lives, so that sometimes you just can't believe that this is your reality today.
Называется на английском родниковая вода или вода из источника. We filled up all the bottles with like natural water. We're gonna take maybe around 15 minutes to rest and then we're gonna hit the road, and that's gonna be it for Mont-Tremblant. People can kayak here, people can bike here. It's around 200 kilometers of different trails, so if you don't want to do the hiking, you have the entire variety of other cool activities. You choose whatever you like most, and I think this place is one of the best that's supposed to be on your bucket list if you visit in the city or you're taking your family around it.
The next day turned out rainy, and honestly that worked out perfectly because we all needed a rest day. We went out for all-you-can-eat Japanese barbecue, which is one of those interactive dining experiences where you can grill your own meats and vegetables right at the table. The meats are marinated and sliced super thinly, which makes the cooking extra fast, and you offer different types of meat and seafood. You can enjoy the grilled meats with just rice and sauces, or you can make a lettuce wrap, which is my favorite way to eat it. Since it's all-you-can-eat concept, you pay a flat fee per person, and if you have any cooked or uncooked leftover food at the end, you also pay around $5 per 100 grams. During the lunchtime on weekdays, the price is a lot lower, totaling to $30 per person before tip, which is one of the most affordable meat eats I've ever been to. At the end of our meal, we also got ice cream, and then we went for a quick walk in downtown area.
Today we're not the luckiest with the weather. We decided to anyway take a stroll around the area. It's still raining a little bit. We don't have too many days to enjoy, so we have to make the best out of it, the best out of the weather. So anyway, going for a walk. Last day of our family visiting us in Montreal. I feel like everyone is pretty much exhausted by this point because every day has really been packed with different activities, and today we decided to take a chill day because tomorrow they have to hit the road. It's kind of a girls' day. My mom and my mother-in-law decided to go to Botanical Gardens. It's one of the most beautiful places that I've been like ever. Even though I'm not a huge fan of Botanical Gardens in general, but this one is absolutely fascinating. It's actually one of the biggest botanical gardens in the world, so definitely worth visiting. If you have a Montreal access card, Botanical Garden is actually free for you, so I only had to purchase 2 tickets for my mom and my mother-in-law. That is very handy, and I think Montreal access card gives you some other perks that you can check out online. But in my opinion, having no admission fee for Botanical Gardens is one of the best perks you can get out of it. Wait a second. And after we're done with the gardens, we're gonna go and do some shopping. Obviously, there are a lot of stores that we do have in Canada that our parents do not have back home, so we're just gonna stroll around multiple stores, have some cute lunch. Tonight we're just gonna cook dinner and kind of have our final get together before they leave tomorrow.
totally and completely in love with these gardens, and not only because of its greenery and exotic plants, but because it's the most peaceful little island in the entire city. The top favorites are definitely the traditional Chinese and Japanese gardens that feel like stepping straight into another world. I have never seen such a huge bonsai trees before, and as you can see here, they are also crazy old. Only here I learned that people started making bonsai trees as a way of art, trying to preserve huge species in miniature versions. The Japanese garden is all about harmony and simplicity. Inside you will actually find a little gallery showcasing different cultural things, for example the dinnerware with different prints and what they depict. There's also an exhibition dedicated to nuclear disaster that honestly makes your skin shiver. I haven't filmed that because I was really immersed in the process, but the art there really does absorb you. Every time I'm here, I'm literally overwhelmed with the beauty of it. Every season is so different. And it's just beautiful every time you come here. It's insane. I really love this place, and I recommend you coming here even if you have a few days in Montreal. After the gardens, we grabbed a quick lunch at the mall and did some shopping that I forgot to film because it was pretty chaotic, but then we got home and I started on the dinner immediately. I made a pork roast with onions and apples. It's my go-to dish when I have to feed a lot of people, and the secret to the tender meat is just getting a pork shoulder cut and roasting it for 2 hours covered and additional 30 minutes uncovered. Last dinners are always bittersweet. Even though we are all glad that we got to spend this time together, it was also sad that now we'll go into at least a year being apart. There is really nothing more important in our lives than giving back to our parents, and we really hope that they are leaving well rested, if not physically, then mentally, and full of positive emotions. Today we already saw my mother-in-law and my father-in-law off. They are returning back to Toronto. To finalize this video, I just wanted to film a quick outro at the new location where unfortunately we didn't have time to go all together, but I just brought my mom here. It's a cute cafe on the West Island where you can sit outside on the big lawn. As you can see, right behind me is the actual building where the coffee shop is. It's so cute. You have the waterfront view just in front of you. It's magical, and the weather today is perfect. Even though today is the first day the temperature dropped below 10 degrees Celsius, so it's quite chilly, but as you can tell, super sunny. After all, these 5 days have really reminded me why I love living here. Montreal has this rare balance. You can go from busy city streets to peaceful mountain trails in just a couple of hours, and sharing that with family made it even more meaningful. So if you're ever in the position of being a tour guide for your family, I hope this video will show that there's plenty of family-friendly activities and places to visit, and it's not always just the bars and the restaurants, because we're lucky enough to be living in a place that offers pretty much everything, but with its special twist. Thanks so much for watching till the end of this video, and I will see you in the next one.
There's nothing wrong with that. Tripping, yeah, we all lose track. I wouldn't mind it if I find it.